Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's now about 8 o'clock and it is Tuesday. Got off to a little bit of a late start. That was about the third video I've made. A lot of times I'll start videos, I'll start getting on a tangent. I'll talk for like 20 minutes sometimes. It's almost like therapy. I'm just talking to myself because I'm by myself all the time. So I'll sit and talk and I'll go through things, and all of a sudden the video is just so far off track that it's not even worth, I'm like, all right, delete that crap. So I do a lot of that. I'm still learning this videoing thing. It's a learning curve like anything else. And yeah, so what I'm doing today is more base plates, because yes, I got the foundation started, and yes, I have some digging to do there. However, I want to show you guys some things on the foundation side, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So here we go. All right, so I can feel a storm coming. Usually I can smell it, but right now I can't really smell much of anything. But looks like it might rain. There's a good chance, and we got clouds forming everywhere. And like I said before, these monsoons, they can just form out of nowhere. We had clear skies this morning, and if you were a betting man, you would bet the farm that it wouldn't rain if you didn't know any better. But we already knew it was probably going to rain, but it's not a bad thing. Here's my beautiful columns. All right, guys, we're almost done. We'll get you where you need to be. So got a lot of cleaning to do here. So I'll show you this real quick. What I got going on today, I'm not actually going to sit here and videotape this because this is kind of boring stuff, and y'all get the point if I just tell you what I'm doing. So you remember I told you I was cutting with the plasma cutter, this tiny little plasma cutter. I was cutting some 1/4-inch steel plate here. This is what I got left from a 3-foot by 5-foot sheet. So got this extra left over for different things, I guess. So here are my set of plates. I got 2 sets. I got a big set of plates and a small set of plates. I got 12 each. These go on the bottom of these columns. These go in place where the footings are going to be. So these are going to be welded to these, and then these are going to be welded to those. Now, I told you why in another video, so if you don't remember, just check out that video. So what I'm doing now is, you see here, I got a lot of rough cuts here with this thing, and some of it was because my plasma cutter was not getting good air, so I had to kind of rough cut these things, and some of it's just because that's just how the plasma cutter cuts. So you can see here, it's pretty rough cutting here. So of course I got to smooth all this stuff out. Now what I'll do is I do kind of a double procedure for doing this. So first thing I'll do is, once these are done, is I'll take this plate and I'll set it sideways against here and just hold it. And then all I'll do is take this, the nozzle for the plasma cutter, have it grounded right there, and I'll just run it down here and just clean off all this stuff. There's a name for this, I forget what it's called, but for plasma cutting they call this something. But this shouldn't happen actually, if you're doing the cuts right. So some of it has to do because I have not really used a plasma cutter ever. So this is the first project I've ever used one on. So cut relatively straight, relatively speaking. But anyways, got to get rid of all that stuff. So you go through, you cut all this. This is why it's nice to have a CNC machine, because you get all your stuff dialed in, and this will just cut straight through like butter, and you'll have all your plates cut. But I don't. So doing it by hand. So to the eye, they'll look pretty square, but when you actually take an actual square, a digital square, that I can get it down to the 0.1 at least, then I can measure these and tell how square or not square they really are. So you can see here, 2 of these sides are darn close to 90, and that's what I need. I need to at least have 2 sides, so really that ends up being 3 sides that are fairly, even with each other here. So that's a good thing. The last side is not, but it's not going to really be too detrimental, because when I set these on, I really just need to have a couple points of reference. So really like if I had 190 set here, I'd be fine, because once I put these on here, I would make all my references from those places, because I know those are square. So I'm going to measure those off of these columns from that position right there, you see? So one side can be off a little bit. Now, I know you just say, well, why don't you just do them all? Well, it's because I got stacks of base plates to do here, and I got to get things done. So, and I'm also doing things just to make sense. So you can see here, this is the clean product. Okay. Obviously, the top's not clean, but I'm talking more of the squaring and the actual, the edging here on this, okay? So I'm actually going to put a beveled edge on these because I'm going to be welding these to these other plates right here, but right now I'm getting a benchtop grinder to do that, but I just wanted to square these out first and clean them up a bit. And I'll mark them off so you can see the difference between that one and this one. What I do is I just strap a piece of angle iron to the edge of it. I clamp it onto the edge to keep a straight edge, and then I just grind off of that and make sure that I use that as my straight edge. So it's a process. It takes longer than wood. So this is where wood has an advantage, is that you can square things up with wood a lot quicker than steel. So anyway, so there you go, folks. Now, train's coming, means I got a couple minutes here before the train's coming by. It's in Benson right now. I can hear it. So here we are at the home base here. This is where our foundation is. I already gave you guys a tour of this. So this is why I actually want rain, because all these holes right here, I got to clean all this stuff out. I would prefer to have rain to get water in these holes to make it easier for me to dig, because once that happens, I'll be good to go. I'll be able to get in here and just dig these out nice and easily, compared to now where I'm going to need a jackhammer to get in here and get some of this stuff out. You'd be amazed at how much that'll help. So if this doesn't hit, it looks like it's going to, but if this doesn't hit, then I'm going to have to get water from my cistern and come over here and just pour water in these holes. So that's why I hadn't really done much with this today. I just said, I'll just wait for it to rain. I'm going to work smarter, not harder, right? So anyways, folks, that's what I got going on today. Today is, dang it, today is Tuesday, and I think it's August 8th. So that's where I'm at, folks. So I'm going to be over here just knocking this stuff out until it starts raining. But I also got to get ready to duck and cover up here, because when this stuff hits, you want to be ready to move. And the drops of rain are coming down now. So I got minutes to get my stuff put away. This is why I have everything set up like this. Basically all my tools and stuff for welding are all in totes. Got rocks on them. It works. It's my welding table. One thing that's nice about steel is, you know, it can get wet and it's not a huge deal. Obviously you don't want to get wet every day, but it's not going to be a big problem if some of my steel gets wet. But my tools, not so good. So, but the rain is a good thing actually now. So this worked out good. Yesterday when we were digging, it was nice and cloudy. Didn't have much sun out. It was cooler. It was breezy. And then today, it looks like we're going to get a downpour. So that means that I will get these holes filled with water, so it'll be easier to dig them out. So there we go. But meantime, going to get ready for some rain.